folks. Okay, here's a slow pan of the newly done wall. Everything that needed to get unpotted, transferred to tubes, top cut, what have you, has been done. No more major work. All the pain in the butt stuff is over with, and all of the spider plants were pulled out of their tubes and placed back in cups because they were creating havoc with their root systems, competing inside the tubes. Believe it or not, they had roots going all the way down to the plants, the main plants that were at the bottom of the tubes. So yeah, enough of that. It was a neat looking idea. It still is, but not a good idea in practice. So they have been put into back into plastic cups, and now the plastic cups are sitting in the tubes to act as the foliage cap for the wall. But yeah, and plus it gave me the opportunity to get them all back into position as they had gotten slowly spread out throughout this whole area here as the tubes themselves got moved around. Now there's none of that. I can move tubes around and still keep the spider plants in their respective positions on different tubes if need be. Okay, so we got the golden crocodile up into the air and into a tube, suspended off the floor right there. We have the ring of fire done up the same way, now off of the floor, out of a pot, and into a tube. All the last remaining pup has been removed and potted up into sphagnum with hardly any roots on it, but enough to keep it alive until it grows new roots, and that'll happen fast. It is going to get dropped down probably to here. This one is probably going to get dropped down to here. And this one is going to get dropped down somewhere into here if I can find a spot. There is the other pup, and they are all now, all of the sawtooths, including the jungle boogie, which couldn't be done on a tube. It just isn't, it's not a climber. I thought I could get it to try, but no. So it is now elevated with an old Wharfdale speaker stand, still at just about the same height as all of the other sawtooths are going to be, particularly over in this area. And if that sawtooth ends up meshing with that sawtooth together in the center of this corner here, I think that'll be kind of cool. I did cancel out the spider plant hanger because now I've got that spider plant and that spider plant in their tube tops, and I've got another one I can put in on the top of the Rhiphidophora decursiva that's still hanging tough down there on its pole in the corner. So yeah, all sorts of opportunities here, and that spider plant, which I still have, is just in another location, different room. It will not be missed. There will be plenty of spider plant material filling in there to fill in that corner. So yeah, all of the top cuts were done. There is the pink princess done, the silver sword done, the Bipennifolia moraeum done. The Thai constellation is now in a tube, unpotted, depotted, and floating and hanging. And I can just take this puppy, and here's what I love about this whole arrangement. I can just take this, lift it off the wall, and walk around with it, give it a tour of the house, whatever, move it into a new location without a single worry or care, and then just pop it really quickly right back up into its spot. I love that. All of these plants, I can play around with them now and rearrange them anytime I need to, for whatever reason, to my heart's content, without shocking them, bothering them. They are completely, 100%, absolutely, totally, purely pasteurized, homogenized, portable, which is what I wanted. I'm just glad. I don't have to bend down and break my back just to slide a pot across the floor to reposition the plant by 1 foot to the right or to the left. Now I can just reach out and we're done. I think it's great. Plus, if I ever get bored with the arrangement, I can just rearrange everything if my eyeballs get tired of looking at that stuff. in any particular order that they're in. But that's not going to happen. There's enough variety and enough things going on and enough change of color and form to keep me visually interested and happy and not bored at all with what's going on. The floor is still another story. Slowly working on getting everything arranged. I do have most of the cupreas over here now with this new arrangement. Things might have to get changed again, temporarily, as the Silver Sword and the Pink Princess get themselves growing and squared away. But that's the general idea here. The cuprea is the large cupreas, the two of them, are going to be somewhere over in this area. I do have a few more allocations that I want to get. Especially some of the... I want to get the heterophylla, the chantrieri, I think it's called, and then the apolli, the dark-leaved ones, and possibly a Michelitziana, the non-variegated Friedeck that people keep calling Friedeck. When it isn't a Friedeck I think specifically refers to the variegated form. The non-variegated form should be called a Michelitziana. So one of those, there's a couple of just nice allocations I want to get for the floor here. I'm really becoming enamored with the family of plants and the way they grow and how they behave and the sizes they get to. I'm also going to be getting, I think, an alocasia hilo, named after, I think, a place in Hawaii. Very, very nice alocasia. Kind of similarly patterned after the Panther, Dieffenbachia. It's got that same green and the creamy yellow dots all over it, without the silver gray. Really attractive alocasia, and it gets big. But that's about it. The alocasias and a couple of philodendrons are all I have left to add to the house, really. And I'm going to sit down here. Bear with me. So, slowly but surely, things are coming together, as you can see. And because now I lost all those pots from the tubes that were against the wall, I'm able to slowly begin to work in some of the pots to sit between the tubes against the wall. So a lot of the Aglaonemas are going to get moved to, between the Gigas and the Bipenifolium, and between the Gigas and the Painted Lady, behind the Gloriosum. There's some spots there for pots to go. And all I have to do is basically just pull the Gloriosums forward by a couple of inches, and I can pop 3 plants behind it, which will thin out some of what's going on over here. So, there is still some work to get done, but overall, it's taken care of. All the major, quote-unquote, back-breaking, it's back-breaking for me, because I have a bad back. But all the major physical pain-in-the-butt stuff is over and done with, and now it's just mostly the only other physical pain-in-the-butt stuff to get done is when I get new plants and have to transfer them to a tube. But that's really no big deal. And I'm really going to enjoy watching that golden crocodile grow while it's floating 30 inches above the floor. I'm just so happy with both of those sawtooth philodendrons no longer being stuck in pots, and really the only one I have left stuck in a pot is that jungle boogie. And as that gets some height, I'll drop it back down to the floor. I won't mind so much. But there you have it, folks. The plant wall in all its glory, and the floor plan in all its glory. All the major work done, everybody transferred that needed to get transferred, and now it's just seeing which top cuts die. I'm pretty sure they'll all be okay. I know I expect the Silver Sword to look okay for a while, and it is. But other than that, it'll rebound and bounce back just like all the others did. And I'm much less worried and concerned about doing top cuts now. And I think I've got the hang of it. You know, I expect the plants to look okay the way they do, and then to come back better than ever. And all of them should come back better than ever, because they no longer are stuck trying to deal with a spider plant stealing their water 24 hours a day. So, okay, there you have it, folks. I'm not going to go the full 15 minutes. There really is no need to. I'll try to put a close-up tour video with some just canned music in the background in the near future, to give you guys just a nice little eye candy video with some pleasant background music to listen to. So for the time being, I will tell you all to have fun.